Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I want to talk to you about something more valuable than money, more powerful than talent, and more limited than opportunity: time. You see, we all start with the same 24 hours a day. Rich or poor, educated or not, nobody gets a second more. But the difference between those who move ahead and those who stay behind isn't always about resources. It's about how we use our time. Every day we're given 24 hours, no more, no less. And yet, what we choose to do with those hours shapes everything about our future. The truth is, the time you waste today might seem harmless. Maybe it's just 1 hour spent mindlessly watching videos. Maybe it's another day spent doing nothing because you don't feel ready. But over time, those wasted hours pile up. And what they build is not success. They build regret. You don't always feel the cost of wasted time immediately. That's what makes it dangerous. You lose an hour today and nothing really changes. No alarm goes off, no warning light flashes. But while you sit idle, someone else is learning, building, improving. And a year from now, when you look around and wonder why others have moved ahead, you'll realize it wasn't luck. It was time used wisely. Every opportunity has a window, a business idea, a job opening, a skill that's in demand. None of these things wait forever. If you say, I'll start tomorrow, the door might not be there when you're finally ready to knock. The market changes, people move on, technology evolves, and while you're still thinking about what could be, others are already doing it. What you must understand is that the things you hope for in the future, success, freedom, respect, don't just appear. They are earned through the work you do today. Every moment you spend developing yourself, learning something new, trying something uncomfortable, is a seed planted. And every moment you waste doing nothing, making excuses or fearing failure, is a seed that never gets the chance to grow. People often say they're waiting for the right time. But the right time doesn't show up. It's created by your actions today. If you're always waiting, always delaying, you are silently letting go of chances that may never return. In the real world, nobody is going to pause progress and hold an opportunity in place just because you're not ready. So don't fool yourself. What feels like just a little break today could become the very reason you miss out tomorrow. Time doesn't ask if you're ready. It moves forward. And the only question is whether you're moving with it or falling behind. Use your time wisely today, because the truth is simple. Once today is gone, you don't get it back. And with it, you may have lost a chance you didn't even know you had. One of the biggest traps people fall into is the illusion of the perfect time. You tell yourself you'll start when you have more experience, when you have more money, when the timing feels right, or when you're more confident. But the truth is, that perfect moment you're waiting for, it rarely comes. And if you keep waiting for everything to align perfectly, you'll spend your whole life preparing to begin without ever beginning. Life is messy. Circumstances are rarely ideal. There will always be obstacles, distractions, and doubts, but action doesn't require perfection. It requires courage. The most successful people in the world didn't start because everything was ready. They started when things were uncertain. They acted even when they were afraid, because they understood that progress comes from movement, not waiting. The longer you delay, the more your mind creates reasons not to begin. You start seeing the risks more than the rewards. You imagine worst-case scenarios that may never happen, and slowly, fear disguises itself as logic. But here's the reality. No amount of planning will ever eliminate uncertainty. At some point, you have to lead. Think about this. Every great idea, every bold step, every big dream, if it had waited for the perfect moment, it never would have happened. The world doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards action. Those who succeed aren't the ones who waited for the right mood, the right economy, or the perfect plan. They're the ones who took the first step, even when they didn't feel ready. You might fail, things might go wrong, but you'll learn, you'll grow, and the experience you gain from starting now will always be worth more than the regret of never starting at all. Every delay creates distance between where you are and where you want to be, and the longer you hesitate, the harder it becomes to begin. So stop waiting. Don't tell yourself the lie that someday is when everything will fall into place. Someday is not a day on the calendar. If you want change, growth, or success, it begins the moment you stop waiting and start doing. No one is going to hand you the perfect moment. You have to make it. And the best time to start? It's not tomorrow, or next month, or next year. It's now. The people you spend your time with have a huge impact on how you use your own time. Think about it. Your energy, your habits, your mindset, they all reflect to a large extent the company you keep. If you surround yourself with people who waste time, who procrastinate, who complain but never act, it's almost impossible to stay focused and driven. Their attitude toward time will rub off on you, often without you even realizing it. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and people who truly respect their own time will respect yours as well. They won't tolerate endless distractions or unnecessary delays. They'll encourage you to use your time wisely because they understand that time equals progress. When you spend your days around individuals who prioritize growth, learning, and action, you naturally begin to value time more deeply. On the other hand, spending time with those who are careless with their hours can slowly drain your ambition. If your circle is filled with people who are always too busy to focus, who are addicted to distractions, or who view time as something infinite, you'll find yourself slipping into those same patterns. It's like trying to stay dry in a rainstorm without an umbrella. Eventually you get soaked. Surrounding yourself with time-conscious people is more than just about avoiding negative influences. It's about creating an environment that pushes you forward. When you see others managing their time well, meeting their goals and respecting deadlines, it sets a standard. It challenges you to do the same. It helps you build discipline and urgency because you don't want to be the one holding everyone else back. Also, those who value time understand the importance of quality over quantity. They won't just fill their schedules with meaningless tasks. They focus on what truly moves the needle, the things that bring value and growth. Being around these kinds of people teaches you to say no to distractions and yes to meaningful commitments. Remember, your network shapes your net worth, not just financially, but in how you think, how you work, and how you respect your time. So be deliberate about who you spend your hours with. Choose people who treat time like gold, because when you do, you'll find yourself growing faster, working smarter, and living a more fulfilled life. One of the biggest misconceptions about success is that it requires never failing, but the reality is quite the opposite. Failure is not your enemy, it is one of your greatest teachers. The people who achieve the most in life are not those who never fail, but those who fail quickly, learn from their mistakes, and move on faster than anyone else. When you're trying something new, whether it's starting a business, learning a skill, or pursuing a dream, mistakes are inevitable. If you spend too much time fearing failure, you'll freeze. You'll avoid taking risks and miss out on the valuable lessons that come with trying. But if you accept failure as part of the process, you gain freedom. The freedom to experiment, to test ideas, and to improve without hesitation. The key is to learn fast. Don't wait for perfection before acting. Instead, act. Observe the results and adjust immediately. Every failure is a data point, an insight into what works and what doesn't. The faster you learn from these experiences, the quicker you can adapt and move forward. Failing faster also means not getting stuck in disappointment or regret. When you fail, analyze what happened, understand why, and then let it go. Don't waste your time beating yourself up or dwelling on what went wrong. The longer you hold on to failure, the more it drains your energy and slows your progress. The winners are those who fail, learn, and then put their energy into the next challenge. Moving on is as important as failing fast. If you cling to failure, you risk becoming paralyzed. You lose momentum. But when you move on quickly, you keep your momentum alive. You stay flexible, open to new ideas, and ready to seize the next opportunity. This attitude builds resilience, and resilience is one of the most important traits for anyone chasing success. Remember, success is not about avoiding failure, it's about how fast you recover from it. The faster you learn, fail, and move on, the closer you get to your goals. So don't fear failure. Embrace it as a necessary part of growth. Use it as fuel to accelerate your journey rather than a roadblock to stop you. Your time is not just a resource, it is your life. Every minute you spend is a minute of your life lived. Unlike money or possessions, once time passes, it never comes back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose friends and make new ones, but you cannot reclaim lost time. This makes time the most precious and non-renewable asset you have. How you choose to spend your time is how you choose to live your life. When you waste time on meaningless distractions or procrastinate on things that matter, you are effectively wasting parts of your own life. The hours you give away carelessly are hours you will never get back, and one day, those lost hours will add up to a life half lived. Think about it this way. If someone offered you a limited amount of money each day that you could spend only once, you would be very careful how you used it. You wouldn't waste it on small, pointless things, but that is exactly how you treat your time sometimes, without realizing its true value. Time is the currency of your existence. Every decision you make about time is a decision about your life. That's why it's so important to be intentional about where and with whom you invest your time. Spend it on things that grow you, challenge you, and move you forward. Invest time in learning new skills, nurturing meaningful relationships, and building something you can be proud of. Don't just fill your days with busy work, fill them with purpose. Remember, you don't need to do everything or be everywhere. What matters is focusing your time on what truly aligns with your values and goals. Quality beats quantity every time. A few hours spent intentionally will always be more valuable than countless hours wasted. When you respect your time, you respect yourself. When you guard your time fiercely, you guard your life fiercely. Don't sell your time cheap by letting distractions, negativity, or laziness steal it away. Your time is your life's most honest measure. If you spend it well, you build a meaningful life. If you don't, no amount of money or success will ever fill the void left by wasted moments. So, make a promise to yourself today. Treat your time like the priceless gift it is, because when you do, you're not just managing hours, you're managing your life. Don't waste your time, because when time is gone, it never comes back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose friends and find new ones. But time, once it's gone for good. So take charge of your time. Use it like your life depends on it, because it does. Thank you.